Awesome. What's up, Tia? So I'm excited that you are able to get it in on this busy Saturday. I know as moms, we know how Saturdays can be, right? We value those Saturdays, and with the pandemic, Saturdays are looking more like a Saturday now.
It really is.
It used to be like, I don't even know what day it is, but now with homeschool and everything, we like, is it the weekend yet? Like,
no, yeah.
oh, I'm excited. This is definitely just for you. This little moment that we're going to take right now is so the world begins to know how purpose driven you are. Kind of like, how you got to where you are, why you are where you are, and kind of where you're trying to go. So we're gonna get right into it. Who are you? What do you do? What's up, Tia? Tell us about yourself.
I know, right? You know what? When people ask that question, you start to think like, what can I say? What do you want to know? But who am I? So I am a wife. I'm a mom of a 3-year-old toddler, and now of a baby girl that I am carrying right now. I am 6 months pregnant, almost 7. So I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I am just a woman, a child of God. And I'm a woman that is just really trying to stay positioned in chasing purpose, really trying to figure out my calling. Sometimes we go through the journey of what is my purpose? What is my calling? And I feel like I'm forever on the journey of just trying to figure that out. But besides that, I am a woman that loves to encourage and motivate other women, and uplifting other women. I'm a online fitness coach. And so through that, I love to motivate women in their fitness journey, getting back physical, getting back healthy. I focus on moms who are trying to jumpstart their fitness journey, and just really being that advocate, being that person that, motivates them and let them know that even though they've had a baby, they can still continue their journey to health and to fitness and being, just physically fit. And so that's who I am. I'm also a woman who loves to encourage other women in their walk with Christ, finding purpose in that, understanding that, we are sisters in Christ, no matter who we are, our background, and that we all have a gift that has been entrusted to us and trying to figure that out. So that's who I am in a nutshell.
I love that. I mean, it definitely sounds like you have a lot on your hands, as you should. Now, Tia, remind me, how old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay, wow, 29.
29.
29 and fan. Okay, I remember 29. It really wasn't that long ago, actually. It wasn't.
I would say it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. But as a mom, as a wife, as a daughter in Christ who's really being purpose driven, that's starting a business, that's successfully running a business, it's very important to be that support of a mom that's pregnant or expecting, or what about the mom who is having a hard time conceiving, the woman that's trying to show up when you have to show up for other people. I think that's powerful. So my question is to you, with this being a new year, with you getting ready to have a new baby, what would you give it? What advice would you give to that mom that may not have it together?
Right.
As you do, what kind of advice would you give her?
You know what? That's a really good question. And it's funny because right before we got on this call, I was in prayer. And in my prayer, I had to really just surrender some things to God. With us being in a new year, everybody really do have right now positive expectations with us being in a new year, especially with everything that has been going on with the pandemic and with, our country and things of that nature. And then you look up, for me, I'm like, and then I'm pregnant and all of this, So my advice, honestly, and it may sound so cliche, but I had to tell myself in prayer today, is to trust the process, because right now things look so blurry. As a mom who has a 3-year-old toddler, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and then I'm pregnant. My question has been, how do people do it with multiple kids? How is it going to look with me having 2 kids now, right? And I tell my husband that all the time. How is it going to look? And so my advice is to trust the process, to trust the journey. And if you are a believer of Jesus Christ, my advice to that is to really stand firm on the word of God. Literally, you know, that's what his word is there for. His word is principle. His word is instruction. His word is a manual to our life. And so I think it's so easy for us to stray away from that because we try to do a lot of things in our own strength and, you know, try to take care of things by ourselves, not realizing that the power of God is what really gives us that momentum to push. So my advice to a mom right now who may be currently pregnant is to trust the process, because I know that the road right now looks very blurry. It looks very blurry to me. It really does. But I think about just all the times before that God has come through. And so why would he not come through now? And as I'm speaking that to that mom, I'm speaking that to myself right now because I've been overwhelmed a lot lately and been challenged a lot lately. So that would be my advice. Yeah.
Oh man, that's so awesome, because again, it's always I love that. It's always interesting when we say we want to welcome the new, and as we're welcoming the new, we already get the anxieties of things that may had happened, or the anxieties of what we want to happen. And you said a powerful thing when you said you're standing on the word of God, because that's how he speaks to us. That's how we regain order when sometimes things get confusing. And it's very important to be aware of being overwhelmed, you know, because again, when we start saying, well, how do moms do it? And how, man, I can't even do it with one kid, or I'm overwhelmed with one. And I'm just telling you that when you trust the process, just like you said, Lord forbid, you know, these babies that we're preparing in our stomach come out before the 9 months, you know, because again, that's what they call premature. So we know that it's important for us to trust the process in that pregnancy moment so that that baby can develop to the best of its abilities. But we also understand that should that baby come out early, there are things that are going to happen that has to nurture that even more. And through it all, same God. Same God. So I just love that. And definitely understanding being purpose and purpose driven, you got the juice, baby. You got the juice. So that is some great information to give to that pregnant mom. And when we say pregnant, we have to play on the words and say not just the mom that's pregnant with that baby of just the infant, but the one that's pregnant with that business, the one that's really has that idea of being physically fit through that journey. So I know that you said you are a coach. So when we talk programming and things like that, like what advice would you give to that mom that just found out she was pregnant, or the one who is pregnant, or the one who just had a baby that says, you know what, I want to start because something in me is telling me I need to start, but I just don't know where to start? What would you have to say to that mom?
And she wants to be physically fit, get back into her fitness journey. My advice to that would be to start. And I know that sounds so cliche because it's like, okay, what steps do I need to take to do it, right? But my first advice would be to find someone, a coach, who really fits your needs. That's something that I'm learning as a coach, right? You know, we always talk about focusing on our niche, our audience. And I think that piece of advice can go to people who are looking to get, you know, start their fitness journey. Is finding someone who really fits what you are looking for, right? And not just going out and trying to get a fitness coach because they're supposed to help you exercise and get into, you know, your fitness journey. And so I would say find someone that matches what you are looking for. As a fitness coach, like I said, my focus is, you know, our moms. And with that, I feel like I am definitely relatable because I've been through the journey. I'm going through the journey. And so I can really try, you know, really understand what it is that women are going through, you know? And so that would be my advice. Find someone who matches your needs and what you are looking for specifically.
I love everything about that. And it really comes from, when you made that decision to be a coach, I'm sure it's some things that you had to go through, or some things that you had to deal with, some pieces of the puzzles in those moments that you didn't understand, like, Lord, why am I going through this? But because you went through that, now your
Right.
testimony really can be that reason why that mother just levitates to you. They don't know why they're levitating to you, but something in you, because of what you went through, has made you that authority. So I'm
Yeah.
interested in knowing a little bit now about that backstory that it got you to this, to say, you know what, Lord, I'm built for it. Let me be who they levitate. Tell me a little bit about that backstory that made you so strong to you.
So, like my past when it comes to my fitness journey, that has been something I've had to really dig deep inside to really understand myself, like what's going to make me relatable to women. Why am I a fitness coach? Why do I want to work with women? Why do I even want to be in this field, right? And I would say now my reason is because I truly do understand now the changes and the challenges that comes with being a mom, especially when it comes to our body. So, backstory, I have always been pretty much physically fit. I've always been an athlete from the time I was in middle school. And then when I transitioned into becoming, a gymnast and a cheerleader, I cheered from the time I was in middle school all the way up through college. So I've always been physically fit. And so, used to, I didn't think nobody could relate to me because I would hear, well, you've always been physically fit and that's natural to you. And you always look good. You snap back after you had your first baby. But what a lot of people did not know is through that journey, I struggled. I abused what I say fitness. When I was in college and, cheering, my mindset was to always just look good in my uniform and just have a perfect body. So there were times where I didn't, use nutrition the right way, diet, I wouldn't eat at all. I would work out maybe way more than I would eat. And we know that's not healthy, right? And then moving on to when I first got pregnant with my first son, becoming married, we live in such a society now that really push for you to snap back or get back into your fitness journey right after you have a baby. We're not promoting health. We're not promoting mental, the mindset. We're not promoting for women to take time to themselves and just breathe and rest. That, take care of your baby. You don't have to just look good right off the bat, take time, and it's a process. So now that I look back at pictures of my first pregnancy, I now realize that I was not healthy. I may have looked good from the outside, but I wasn't healthy. I had dropped a lot of weight. I wasn't eating still a good, nutrition. I was working out every day, running. I literally started working out like right when my doctor said I could go back into working out, because that was my mindset. I have to look good. And so now my mindset is to focus on the mental health when it comes to fitness, the mindset. How are you feeling? What are you thinking? Be aware of how you feel. Be intentional in that. Listen to your body, right? Take rest, take a break. You don't have to jump back into it so quickly. And now it's just focusing on just wanting to feel good versus just looking good. The looking good part would come, with that. But now it's more so just being healthy and feeling good and making sure that I am in it for longevity, because I do have children now and I want to be able to be healthy for them. Right. And so that's kind of my backstory. And just now I feel like I do relate to women more, because we know pregnancies are all different. And I feel a whole lot different with this pregnancy than I did with my son. I don't work out every single day like I used to with my first pregnancy. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Right. I'm being more aware of how I feel, my mental, what am I thinking? And some days that's not always pretty. There's some days it's not always a good mindset. I have to really pour into myself. I have to work harder with this pregnancy than I did with my first. I'll say that.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And that is just so powerful, because when we think about the things that led us there, there's things that where people can get into that cycle, they can fall into the cliches, into the ways of the world and everything. But when we really take those lessons that got us here, you would not have known that, I don't have to work out every day, and I can still feel good, and I can still feel healthy, and I can make great decisions in the time that I'm working out in. And some mom is going to need to know that. As a mom of 3 boys, I remember, like I said, the times of working out, and it really took me through like my 3rd baby to really get it down to the point where I could implement it to where someone else could receive it. So the fact that you're in it and you're just like, what, I'm made for this. Not only am I an athlete still, now that I'm having a child, I've had a child, I can speak to that mom that just needs to find that balance. Like, which part of your life are you at right now? Because if you want that athletic body, I can help you get that. If you're trying to get through this postpartum, I can help you with that too. Because that niche of women is so important. Whereas, you said powerful things when we talk mindset. We know that there's certain seasons in our life without even having a baby to where we're like, oh my God, my body, I just don't love it right now. But those moments really after you have a baby are so precious, because I see that a lot of times too, where they want to run to the gym before their 6 weeks is up, or they want to try to run this mile before their 6 weeks is up. But baby, are you breastfeeding? Are you giving your time to heal? Like, what is the rush in it? And I love that, because they need you. The world needs you. It's so many, girl. Listen. So enough about that. I love everything about what you just said. So my next question is, you're on an elevator right now. Now, when we talk elevator talk, it's important to get those words together, because on social media, you get those little seconds to keep people's attention. On Clubhouse, you get that little moment to say, things to you. So this, I want you to imagine, Tia, that you're on an elevator and you see this mom and you're looking at her the whole time, because y'all going up some floors and some levels right now. And she has that baby who's tugging on her, and you know how they get on the elevator sometimes. And then she's pregnant, and you can see she's stressed out, and you don't know what floor she's going on, and you feel you got to tell her something. To you, what do you tell her to encourage this mom?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. Wow. I'm on an elevator and I see this happening. What do I say to that mom? Breathe. That's the first word that comes. Breathe. And I say that because, one thing that I'm learning and realizing is, and I don't really know how to explain this in words, but hopefully it comes out right. Although we have, breath in our bodies, and we're inhaling and we're exhaling every single day, right? There's a difference when you have to literally take a deep breath and breathe. Like deep breaths. It really is a difference between that. For so long, and even now, I find myself where I'm just inhaling and exhaling, but I'm not breathing. Especially when I'm experiencing in those moments overwhelmingness, frustration, when I'm in my head and thinking, I literally have to take days throughout the day, just moments out of the day where I just breathe. And that helps me so much. It's a huge difference. And so I would tell that woman in that moment is to breathe, let it go, breathe. And then my next step would be to, how can I help? We're right here in this moment. How can I help? Let's just take some time out right now. How can I help? And if it's prayer in that moment, if it's just sharing my story in that moment and just talking, holding the baby and just talking in that moment, and giving her just that little bit of break that she can take. That would be my advice, and that would be my action in that, right? But the first thing that comes to mind would just breathe. I think so many of us are holding on and not breathing deep and letting things go. Literally. I have to do that every single day.
Love it. I love it. I love it, because when you think of me, hey, easy fitness, hey, breathe in your nose and out your mouth. Every time you said it, I said, yeah. That is on that simplest. You got to keep that in mind, because I know you have been putting in the effort during this pandemic, really getting those programs together so that way you can now take it beyond just that elevator, just breathing, because we know, honey, we'll hyperventilate trying. Right. So in this moment, I just really want to take that time to tell me a little bit about your programs that you do have available for that mom that needs a little bit more than just, baby, I've been doing the deep breath, they ain't working. Like, yes. Go ahead and tell us about those programs you have.
Yes. So right now, my main focus, so the program that I have, it is a 6-week program. And this one it's a 6-week jumpstart program. And so what that is for a mom who may not have much experience in her physical journey, her fitness journey. So in this program, it's actually going to be based on bands, resistant bands, right? So if you are a mom, you have kids, you are maybe a stay-at-home mom, all you need with this program are resistant bands, maybe in a jump rope, in a mat. Very simple, very basic. And so, yeah, this program is a 6-week program. It's for those who are looking to lose weight, but also get back into just a physical journey and fitness and starting their journey. And so it's only going to be 3 days a week. It's not every day with this particular program. So I'm being very intentional on really trying to understand that a mom may not be able to work out every single day. A mom may not be able to work out an hour a day, but at least, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or however long it takes you to actually do that workout. I'm challenging you to at least take 3 days out of the week where you are going to dedicate that time to yourself and to your body to work out. So it's 3 days a week. And I do have on Saturdays, if you choose to do a 20-minute circuit core workout and dedicate that time to that for, your core. And so within this program, we also have mindset training, right? So as a fitness coach, I'm not just here trying to focus on like the physical. All of that would come, as long as you work out, but let's also work on your mindset training. So I want to pour into women, what are you doing to pour into yourself the first thing you do in the morning? Like, are you just waking up in the morning and rushing to get your kids ready for school and rushing to get to work and you haven't even grabbed breakfast yet? What are you doing? And so that's another thing that's a part of the program is the mindset part, really motivating each other, pouring into each other. There's a nutrition, guide that's in that too. A lot of moms have a challenge with knowing just, healthier options, and so this program is not really strict because a lot of moms don't like to meal prep. A lot of moms don't have time to figure out what they're cooking. And so with this program, you have a guide in that where it shows you, okay, proteins, fats, and carbs, and you can choose to, from that list of what you want to cook for the day and for your family. And it's really just teaching them to be simple, easy, and quick when it comes to their meals. You don't have to make it complicated. So that's in there. And then also we would choose one day out of the 3 days that they are working out where we get on and they actually train with me within one of those days of their workout with the program. So yeah, it's just a jumpstart program to just get this, this mom to start moving again. And you can do that in the comfort of your own home.
Wow. I thought mine was easy, but baby, you say 3 days a week, you really mean, okay? I love that. Yes. I love that. That is so awesome because again, when you are really intentional what you're doing, you're taking it beyond just, I'm doing this for me. Not only am I doing this for me, but I'm making sure that I'm being fruitful and multiply so that my other sisters, my moms can really know what it looks like, really to establish that order, whether it's mind, body, or soul. And I love that with the mindset training. I'm a full, firm believer in the mindset work, but I really love the ease is you said, look, 3 days, I know you got 3 days, mom. I know
Yeah.
you get 20 minutes in. If you really want to work on that poop after that baby, I know you want that core on Saturday. So I love everything about that. So again, they're going to need to know where to find you, Tia. So go ahead and drop those handles. Where can your moms find you at? Tell us about it.
So yes, I am on Facebook. My name on Facebook is Tia Rockwell. And then you can find me, of course, on Instagram at trock.fitness. That's trock.fitness. And what else? Clubhouse. Yes, I cannot forget about Clubhouse. You can find me on there at Tia Rockwell as well. And if you have any questions, you can also email me as well, which is trock.fitness@gmail.com.
Phenomenal. So, y'all heard it first. Definitely Tia Rockwell is in the place. She is not playing. She's about to get these moms in order, whether they got a little toddler or expecting a baby. What we need to do, what we got to do. Okay. Right. I love everything about this interview. So definitely, if y'all are trying to reach out to Tia, she said Tia Rockwell, was it Dot Fitness or Tia Rockwell, Tia Rock Fitness,
trock.fitness.
trock.fitness. All right. And
with a period.
With a period.
Yeah.
Period. Okay, so we're gonna make that clear. She even said she's taking emails, y'all. So definitely staying in tune and in alignment. Tia, I encourage you, my sister. I give you all the energy that I can give you. Why? Because I've been there, done that, and I'm telling you, it's a beautiful time. And people, listen, reach out to Tia as soon as possible, y'all, because she's in her vein and in her purpose right now. So without further ado, I'm going to now. You got anything else you want to add before we go?
That's all, girl. I just want to say thank you, of course, for choosing me to interview me, definitely. And the questions are amazing. It really, it had me think. It made me think a little bit today on this Saturday. So thank you for that. I needed that.
All right. Awesome.